Yeah, so construction zone. We're in the middle of the soon-to-be townhomes Venetia by Lennar Homes. They're just starting to get built. We'll see if we can sneak inside to see a little bit of what's going on. Townhomes that are being built by Lennar Homes. This is a community called Venetia, really well situated in pretty much the center of Inspirada. If you don't know me, I'm Jesse Vargas with Urban Nest Realty. I live in this community of Inspirada, and so I'm always staying up to date on all that's happening in our community. And I will tell you, these townhomes, it's like they haven't gotten onto anybody's radar yet, which is really great if you're looking to purchase a home to get in at the very beginning of a community being built up. There's some advantage to that. So we'll talk about that too, but let's take a stroll, see what we can find out about these new townhomes. Looks like 4 or 5, looks like 5 in a row. With garages, which is really important to people. A lot of times when I've been working with people that want to buy like a condo or a townhome, having that attached garage space is really key. This model is going to be one of the ones that has the next gen suite, which is really popular right now. So downstairs, there's going to be essentially like a whole secondary living space. So like a mother-in-law's quarters type of a thing, maybe roommates where you have one person that just feels like they have their own living room, mini kitchenette type space and the bedroom. And then upstairs would be like the main kitchen and living room and master bedroom as well. But basically creates 2 living spaces. This is going to be one of the floor plans. There's actually 6 floor plans, and this is going to be the one that has the next gen feature to it, which is really popular right now. A lot of multi-generational living spaces. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool to have that feature in here. Really interesting is all of those homes over there are technically in the Inspirada master plan, but right now we're in Inspirada Town Center. So it's somewhat a part of Inspirada as far as location wise, and it's right next to like where all the heart of the action is gonna be as far as all the commercial restaurants and the future side of the Inspirada Stations Hotel and Casino that's going to be there, but technically it's not a full-fledged part of the Inspirada community. So this will have its own separate pool area, probably have a little mini park that's pretty common in these town center communities that we have, but you wouldn't have access to the multiple pools that are a part of the Inspirada Master Association because you'd have your own pool here within this neighborhood's association. I don't think it's really a good thing or a bad thing. It's just something to keep in mind when you're purchasing. You still have all the access to all of the parks within Inspirada. It's just those pools where you wouldn't have a pool card for them with the Inspirada community. There haven't been any of these homes, as far as I'm aware of right now, that actually have been sold. When you get in at the beginning of a community that's being built out, you typically are going to get better pricing, because each subsequent home that gets sold, they kind of start incrementally raising the price little by little. So if you're one of the first home buyers in a neighborhood that's being built, by the time you get to the last home that's being built, typically you've already got some built-in equity because the last people that are purchasing are paying a slightly more of a price than you are at the very beginning. So if there's anyone out there, literally got construction going on right now. If there's anyone out there that is thinking about purchasing in the Inspirada area and is looking for a townhome, like now is a super beneficial time to be getting in on this community. Especially like I was saying too, a lot of the people that live in Inspirada don't even know that this construction is going on. It's kind of tucked right in the center of a bunch of homes that are already built. And we're on the western villages of Inspirada right now. So again, advantage for you if you're watching our content and staying up to date on what's going on in Henderson and Inspirada specifically. You get like a little bit of a jump on the competition for those of the people that are looking to purchase right now. Whether it's a resale home or a brand new home, anytime you're going in to take a look at brand new homes that are being built, new construction homes, you should have a real estate agent with you, just because the sales agents that they'll have in their office or that you contact to go see these new homes, they work on behalf of that builder. So their interest lies with helping that builder out. They are not looking out for your best interest as the consumer. So you can bring a realtor with you, and they have it built into their costs already to be able to pay out for the buyer's real estate agent as well. So typically there's little to no costs that would come out of pocket for the buyer as far as being able to use the real estate agent that you choose. And it can be really beneficial in both those negotiations and just keeping you informed of things to look out for, because once you've seen multiple people go through the process, and even myself, I've built a brand new home as well, you kind of learn some of the things to keep your eye out for and what to pay attention to, and just knowing the steps of what's going to happen next, because it's not very intuitive. And a lot of times, you know, the sales reps, they're super great and knowledgeable about the product, but they're working with many people and there's a lot of homes being built at one time. So to have someone that's tuned into your specific situation, what your needs are, and keeping you aware of kind of the process along the way, that's really key. So always have a real estate agent with you, especially on the first visit. A lot of times, if you don't have them with you on the first visit, they won't allow you to use the real estate agent through the transaction because they weren't there with you from the very start of it. So make sure you have your real estate agent when you go to visit a new home community for the first time. So you can see, like, there's so much development that's still going to be done that they need to build up yet. We're at like the very beginning stages, whereas the Toll Brothers community that's just around the corner, they got like 3-story townhomes that are being built. They're already over 40% sold on that community. So you could be in that early, you know, first 20% of homes that are sold in the neighborhood and get a better pricing than, you know, the people that are buying on the back half of that community being built out. And then right behind us, I mean, you're so close to the Inspirada Town Center where if you want to, you know, walk over to grab a slice of pizza or hang out at the local bar, you're literally going to be in a pretty easy walking distance. And that's without even what's going to be built out in the future with the Inspirada Stations Hotel and Casino. We've done a whole video on already too, so be sure to check that out. I mean, just the upside of being this close to all of the build out and being in the center of town for what West Henderson is going to be in the future, it's going to be a prime location, honestly. And then with townhomes, there's not as much upkeep you got to do, not as much maintenance. You know, minimal yard space to keep track of. Typically on the townhomes, included in the HOA fees would be the exterior paint is usually covered, all of the exterior maintenance as far as front landscaping. So there's a little bit of perks as far as you don't have to be in control of managing as much items as you would if it's a single family home. And look at it, right there, you got like a balcony too. So, I mean, just little features like that, but this one does too. All of them have some sort of a balcony. Really cool features. So there's 5 floor plans that are going to be available here, and they go anywhere from 1,695 square feet to just over 1,925 square feet. That's pretty much the range. It's just about 1,700 square feet to just over 1,900 square feet. There's a 2-bedroom floor plan that's available, all the way up to a 4-bedroom floor plan on the largest one that they have. And price-wise, we're looking in the low 400s, so about 420,000 to 440,000. In addition to that, you're probably going to have some sort of lot premiums on some of the sites, but in general, you're looking at around 420 to 440,000 purchase price. And Lennar is pretty good about having everything included in the home. There's not really too many upgrades that you can do through them. They have a whole feature that's called Everything Included. So it's pretty close to an all-in price. I would say you're looking at most like mid 400,000s, because you're not even getting a resale home in Inspirada for really less than 400,000 at this point. So getting one of these new homes actually provides you some value. At least it's something that's brand new that you kind of saw being developed from the beginning to the end. Even though these aren't completely finished yet, I can schedule a tour for you to come through and just kind of get a feel for what the layouts are going to be like. Honestly, because if you can get in and tell it this is an area of town that you want to be in, it's got floor plan that you'd like, getting in at this point in time is so much more beneficial than waiting till after the models are already finished and built and looking all pretty and everything. Now's the time to kind of get in ahead of time and squeeze that little bit of savings that you can get for being one of the first people in. So everything this way going west towards Las Vegas Boulevard and the 15 freeway, and even further south out by like where Speed Vegas is, all that stuff's going to be filled in, and they're building out this city. This is really just the beginning stages of it, and it's gonna be the center, the hub, where all the action where all these people are gonna be coming to be entertained and hang out is gonna be like right here. This is gonna be the heart of West Henderson, really. So to be just right off of that and have your home right there, I mean, it seems like it's protected value-wise, vibrant place to live. And if for some reason, like you live there for a while and then you're ready to move on to a different house and want to rent this one out, like how great of a location is that to be right next to like this future resort, all this commercial, residential like hub? Like that's just prime location to me. So you really can't do Airbnb short-term rentals in an HOA. So if you're looking to do something as a investment property, going with not short-term 30 days or less, but if you go into like that 3-month rental where the house is furnished already, that's really an attractive marketplace. There's people that are looking for that are having a hard time finding a place to live that's already furnished. Maybe it's like a job relocation, something along those lines. This would be prime for that once everything's built out and there's like the commercial spaces are all set up. You got the hotel, casino, something that's a place where they can live. It's gonna have a pool in the neighborhood. You could set it up furnished and probably charge a premium, like a 3-month to 6-month rental. You'd probably do really well in a location like this. Yeah, so guys, we're finished up here. I think there's, you can see the benefit of getting in early on in the stages of this community being built. If you want to get in touch with me to schedule an appointment so you can view them, 702-580-1071. And we're definitely going to come back and do another film session once this is all set up, furnished with the model homes. So hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when we get that next video up so you can see what the finished product looks like. Give me a like down below and look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Later.